What's good, internet? It's me, Tonic again, here with another reoccurring video. I think I'm gonna stop doing the whole weekly thing because life gets busy and then it doesn't get busy. So right now, weekly just ain't in the books. But welcome back to the reoccurring series that I have yet to come up with a name for. So we're just gonna keep it nameless right now. I've been told by a couple people that I should take this to more of a podcast level, but I don't know the first thing about doing that. So if y'all know anything about doing a podcast, then by all means, please send me some comments, or if you know me personally, DM me. I've been meaning to reach out to a couple people anyway. Without further ado, today's topic was actually picked for me by a newfound dear friend of mine. She has this app that basically sends her like these daily things to like think about and question in life. And the one that she happened to get today was, is happiness a state of being or a state of mind? And I actually really liked that she got this one, because it's a question I haven't thought about in a minute. And I actually read the little prompts that it like gave her for stuff to think about, and I kind of tailored them a little bit into like subcategories for myself. So let's move on from this almost 2-minute and 30-second intro and actually get into it. Well, for starters, what brings you happiness? What makes you in a current moment of your daily life think to yourself, man, I am happy right now? I started thinking about it to myself, and I would say, you know, for me, what brings me happiness personally is just being around people that I love and care about, and being able to pick up on their quote-unquote energy and their vibe, and knowing that their feeling on me is mutual. That always makes me content and very happy. It's also feeling like I'm in a good space and just zoning out to music, as a lot of my personal friends will know. Just zoning out to music is a state that makes me extremely, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it like happy, but just very relaxed and content, because I feel like in those moments it's either just me and the music, just almost like, if you want to call it like mentally or spiritually dancing back and forth, like, you know, I'm just moving and grooving to the music, and somehow the music can just tell how I'm feeling and just keep making me feel a certain way. So that brings me happiness. And also what brings me happiness is being able to like work on my creative outlet stuff. Doing these, for example, I haven't been doing them as frequently as I would like to, and now that's not to say that I haven't been doing them as frequently because I don't want to. It's just that with my current life circumstances right now, I can't justify sinking that much time into these at the moment. Plus I have, you know, other things that take up my time as well. But also being able to work on these, being able to work on edits, which I am planning to upload a edit that I've done, that I've shared on some socials, and that will be up soon. But anyways, working on those things, like, dude, I could kill at least between 3 to 5 hours easy on like working on an edit project. I can kill that time easily, which is why I don't like to work on them super frequently, because then if I have other things to worry about in that day, I feel like I can't dedicate the mental bandwidth required to work on those things. I can't get lost in the sauce. And also the other thing that I've been doing a lot of lately is actually making my own shirts, like just getting fabric pens from my local craft store and just drawing designs on shirts. It started with making my own merch for like smaller DJs and producers that don't have their own mainline merch. And I was like, well, if I can't buy it, or if it's too expensive for me right now, I'll just make it. So I've been making some stuff like that, and I've actually been getting a lot of requests from friends to do custom designs and things of the sort, and I'm just waiting to be able to have the spare funds to get all the materials for that. But yeah, like those things bring me happiness, even though it may not look like I'm happy when I'm doing it. I'm content. I'm in my creative space. I'm in the space where I feel like, you know what, what's coming out of me right now is coming straight from the brain to whatever the medium is. So those kind of things make me happy personally, and I would love to hear what makes you guys happy down in the comments below. I always love to hear about what makes people happy, because seeing people happy is just great. It's great. Like a lot of times people think that they like look weird or dumb or whatever doing what it is that they love to do, but it's one of the coolest things to see, like for real. So segueing into the next little sub prompt, or the next prompt that my app gave my friend. What is it about that thing? What is it about doing that thing, or engaging in that activity, or talking with that person or people that makes you happy? What is it about it? My personal answer to that question is just, well, as far as hanging out with and talking with friends that I can mutually feel that like they love and care about me like I love and care about them. It's a feeling of just like being valued as a human, and not for anything that you can like do, right? Like not anything that you can help them with, not anything that you can do for them or like make, produce, whatever. Simply just being there. Whenever people express to you that like, hey man, it was really fun, you know, hanging out the other night, whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, no, it was fun, like, sorry that like we didn't do this, or we didn't do more, or didn't have much to do, and they come back with, dude, it doesn't matter what we do, just we could literally just sit back on the couch and just talk, but like you're a cool person to hang around. When I hear that from somebody, oh my god, that's like the pinnacle of them letting me know that literally just me just existing as a human on this planet is more than enough for them, which fills me with just a lot of humbleness and just warmth and gratitude, and it makes me extremely happy to know that just by me being in the presence of others, that I just bring some form of energy to the table that nobody else on the planet can do. Well, not that nobody else can bring energy, but like my energy specifically out of the 8 billion people that are on the planet. I know you guys know what I mean. And then as far as like working on my the music stuff, as far as like listening to music, like why that makes me happy, oh my gosh, it's like, it's just because like music, it covers such a broad range of genres and cultural influences and just styles and things like that. Music is extremely, I have told this to multiple friends. I feel like we do not deserve music as humans. We don't deserve music, because it gives and gives and gives and never takes. Music is there for you on your happiest days, and it's also there for you on your lowest days, whenever nobody else is or can be there for you in the current moment. Yeah, oh my gosh, man, music has just in the past 2 years, music has pushed me through some pretty dark days, and probably the same can be said for anyone out there watching this. And for that, I'm glad that music has been able to push you through dark days and whatnot. But yeah, it like listening to it though makes me so happy, because I'm actually stumped. Well, not stumped, but like I actually have to think for a second. This is gonna be fun to cut out and post. It's because I feel like the feedback I can give music for telling it that I'm enjoying what it's giving me is such a non-verbal thing. Like I don't have to verbally tell music like, hey, keep doing this exact thing. because I really like it, or it's really making me happy. I don't even have to do that. Don't even have to do, like, I know that with humans, what is it, 70%, 70 to 80% of our communication is nonverbal. So like, I get it, humans can pick up on energy changes, things like that. But as far as like listening to music and it making you feel a certain way, and it just keeps going, it just keeps taking you on that ride, there's almost no better feeling, for real, when you get to zone out like that. And then as far as my like creative outlets, it's just because it's a nice form of expression. It's well, as NF has said in one of his most recent single releases from his upcoming album, Hope, what's the definition of success is making something nobody else can. I feel the same way about doing something that makes you happy. It's doing or engaging in something that you are just like, that's your element. It makes you happy to know that you're doing something and enjoying it, and whatever you're putting out is a good product. I don't mean to call it a good result, and it's something that you enjoy doing. Moving on to the last prompt, it's how can you be happier in daily life? How can you be happier? Man, being happy. That's a simple but thought-provoking question, isn't it? I think that happiness, well, I mean, to kind of piggyback off of the main theme, is happiness a state of being or a state of mind? I would argue that it's a state of mind, because you can't change what's happening around you. You can't change the fact that you get stuck at every red light on your way to work. You can't change that, but you can change your reaction to it, or you can change your state of mind. For me, as simple as something like being stuck at every red light, I think to myself, oh, yay, here's a red light. I get to enjoy the music that I'm listening to for a longer period of time. That's not how a lot of other people see it, but that's how I see it. As for, or like, I don't know, like that applies to a wide range of things about like your state of mind or your reaction to the external world. You can, I mean, we all have bad days, right? Like, I'm nowhere near a perfect human being by far. And yet I have my own bad days. I really do. Oh my gosh, I have my bad days. Trust me. I have my bad days just like the rest of the humans on the planet. Or like, just when you go through life and you see the situations of everybody else that's just trying to make it as a human being on this planet, so a lot of people have it way better than you. A lot of people have it way worse than you. What matters is just that you can understand what you do have in life currently. And I think a lot of people don't think that a lot of basic life things are enough, if that makes sense. Like, they think that they have to be in a better situation or have a lot in order to be happy, but it's really not. It's more just, you have to break your life down into categories of, like, what do you need in this current moment to be a surviving human? Well, you need food, shelter, clothes, and even if you have a mode of transportation, or at least just know somebody that has a mode of transportation that you can piggyback off of, that's great too. Or if you live close to everything and you can just walk, that's great. Your body is also your transportation. That's lit. Being happier in life, it's really just about changing your perspective on what your life circumstances are, and understanding that there's 8 billion of us on this space rock. And in order for you to be happy, I mean, happiness is subjective, so that kind of sucks. But like, just, I know this is going to sound cliche as hell, I know, but just enjoy enjoy the little things. I'm serious. Enjoy the little things in life, because if you start like associating being happy with the little things in life, with things that you do or engage in or acquire often, frequently, or people that you talk to frequently. If you can find happiness within those things, or be able to change your mindset into a, man, this situation really sucks, instead of just, oh, okay, here's a situation, but here's kind of the glass half full part of it. That's all it really is. It's just changing your perspective on life and your situation and thinking, you know what, things could be a lot worse, but I have X, Y, and Z right now. And as long as I have those things, I'm happy. So I would say that happiness is definitely a state of mind. And granted, like I'm more that, like, I'm not saying that like, oh yes, that is the answer, state of mind. That's just my opinion. Either in the comments or someone like a friend of mine or in life, someone can argue that it's a state of being. And I'll just be like, okay, you think it's a state of being? Like, what's like the thoughts that you have to back up your opinion? That's the beauty of it, though. We all perceive happiness in different ways, and happiness is not a thing you can obtain. It is a way you feel. And if you can associate the way that you feel with things that you frequently do or engage in, or just kind of switch up the way that you behave, the way you carry yourself. Just, if you externalize happiness, if you externalize positivity, you'd be surprised at how like freakishly positive your shit becomes. Like, I'm serious. Yeah, that does it for me on this one. I'm gonna start doing maybe like a blend of, because I originally wanted to talk about a different topic today, but then my friend of mine messaged me and I was like, you know what, you pick today's topic, you pick it. And that's what she gave me. So we're probably gonna do, next video we're gonna do the topic of that I had planned, so look out for that. And I don't know, I'll talk to some friends that have some experience with podcasts and things like that about how to do that, get these uploaded to Spotify or something. I don't know. Everything is a learning experience and a process, and that's why we do things, for the process. Trust the process. All right, you beautiful people of the internet, I've been Tonic, signing off, and I hope you all have a good day. Until next time, see ya.